to Kicking It with KeKe. Kicking It with KeKe. Kicking It with KeKe. Full of personality. Switching up the storyline on God, we making history. Writing books, changing lives, one day at a time. Put your problems to the side. Enjoy yourself. Free your mind. Kicking It with KeKe.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Kicking It with KeKe, life, love, and all that other shit. I am your host, author KeKe Chanel. When I'm not writing books that empower and entertain, I am a certified life coach who specializes in personal growth and mindset. And this year, I decided to do a little bit more and start this podcast. Hey, but today I have something special for you guys. I'm always the one who's doing the interviews and officiating the conversations, but because we are in March, which is Women's History Month, I wanted to do something different and have someone to come in and interview me. So
Yay!
that brings me to my special guest and interviewee. I hope I said that right. Tiffany D. Young. Y'all give her a round of
Yes,
applause. Welcome,
yes.
welcome, welcome, welcome back because you're regular to the podcast.
Oh, yes, I am. And thank you for having me. I would like to introduce myself again. I'm Tiffany D. Young. I am an author and I am a writing coach. We met each other in, I believe it was 2019, I believe.
Or the end of 18, something like that.
Was it somewhere around there? That's all right. I'll
Mhm.
take 18. If you want to throw that out, I'll take that one.
Yes.
But we have known each other for a while. I remember you interviewed me for the first time, and I was like completely nervous, but you were laid back and cool, and and now here we are today, 3 years later, good friends, and I am so happy that you invited me to do this because I know you trust me.
Yes.
And today we're going to be talking about personal development in
Uh,
KeKe.
Hey,
I
and y'all, you already know that I love personal development. It's the overall
Oh
theme
yeah,
of the podcast. So
absolutely.
I'm anxious, y'all. Listen, she didn't send me any of these questions. So y'all
Okay.
hearing my answers for the first time as I hear the questions for the first time. Just want to put that out there because when you do stuff like this and you're friends with the person that's interviewing you, everybody
Absolutely.
assume that they just, it's kind of,
You
oh,
know
they
the
send me the
question.
question. Mm-hmm. Uh,
Absolutely.
I
No.
specifically said, do not send me the questions because I don't like sending my guest questions. I want to keep the conversation as authentic as possible. Right.
Absolutely. Yes.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you. So you just treat me like I'm your guest.
All right. You want me to treat you like you're my guest? Okay. So I have some questions today to ask you, and they're going to be on four different topics.
Okay.
Okay. The first topic is goals.
Okay.
The second one is your personal development. The third will be your personal growth. And the fourth would be your tribe, your people, those who are close to you.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that. I'm anxious. Like,
Yes.
listen. Oh
Yes.
wow.
Okay. Okay. So you ready?
I'm ready. I'm nervous,
All
but
right.
I'm ready.
Don't be nervous. It's all right. We got you. We got you.
Okay.
Okay. So, question number one.
Mhm.
When you began your writing career, did you wing it or did you plan it?
I would say that I planned it, but I don't think I planned enough because I should have researched more companies. I didn't self-publish. I went through a third party
Okay.
publishing company
Okay.
and I kind of got screwed. Paid them
Oh.
for a service and they did not deliver at all. And
Oh.
so I could have allowed that to deter me, but I didn't. But I
Okay.
don't even push that book anymore. Like it was my baby, my
Oh
very first
wow.
book called Deadly in
Okay.
Stilettos. But because it has so many flaws in there from I paid for an editor, but it's almost like they were in the editing process, got tired and said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just give her this and this is what we're gonna do.
Wow. So
So
in the midst of that, you're just was like, I don't want to touch it no more. Let's just focus on something new.
I and I think that eventually I will go and redo it under my
Oh,
publishing company and
okay.
say to hell with, I don't want to put them out there, but the hell with Author House. You hear me?
All
To
right.
hell with Author House. And the
All
thing
right.
about it is they have had so many lawsuits and stuff by screwing people over. It's ridiculous. But I say all this to say to anyone who's listening, follow your dream. And even, even through adversity or entrusting your baby to someone else, don't be deterred if it's not how you want it to be. Just
Absolutely.
do what you have to do to the next project that you put out. Make sure that it's better than the first. So you
Absolutely.
live and you learn, and I'm
You
learning.
do.
I'm still a little bitter about that. I'm still a little bitter about that.
That's all right. We all got the right to have our emotions and our feelings, right? That is
Right.
the first thing they teach you, to recognize your feelings and your emotions. That is
Right.
okay. So, did you know, as an author, the many different avenues you might explore once you begin writing?
I did not. I did know that I didn't want to put the integrity of my work in the hands of someone who would try to make me want to change my writing style or
Okay.
what genre I wanted to write. And I've always been a reader. And so when I got in high school, I picked up a book by Terry McMillan called Mama.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew
Mm-hmm.
instantly that that was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to see my name on a book and entertain and make someone feel the way I felt when I was reading that book.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a off the topic, but it's on a topic.
Okay.
How did you feel? Like, how did you feel when you read the book?
I
Give
was
me a
a,
couple of emotions.
I was ecstatic. I was proud because the author looked like me.
Okay.
I was excited because it was talking about mama, like daughter and mother situations, like the family structure, the dynamic. And so I saw myself in some of the situations that were in the book. So it was very relatable. It was very hard
Okay.
to read at some point because it was some tragic that happened. So
Okay.
it made me a little melancholy.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I was like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I want to impact people with my words. So
There
yeah,
you
shout out
go.
to Terry McMillan,
Yeah.
man. Shout out to
There you
Terry
go.
McMillan. Mama is still
Yes.
one of my favorite books. I lost my copy a while back and I need to get another copy. So
Oh yeah, we're gonna make sure we get you another copy, and hopefully we can
yes.
get it signed. Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Oh, Terry McMillan, if you listening, I need a signed
If you
copy of Mama.
listening. Yes. Okay. So, could your process at the time when you were writing, would it be multiple books, or did you think it was just going to be one book? So when you began your writing process,
Mhm.
did you think you were just going to write one book, or did you see yourself writing a lot of books?
I knew that I was going to write multiple books because Deadly and Stilettos is not the first book that I've written. The
Okay.
first book I've ever written has not come out yet. I don't know if I'm like guarding it because it's my baby. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, I started writing this book. It's a lot of stuff that happens in this book. I don't know if I want to share it because people might not like it. But as I got older and started putting out more books and getting a little bit more confident in who I am as a writer and knowing that not everybody's going to like what you have to say. And it's okay because the people who are supposed to support you and enjoy your work, they will find you. So, who knows? It may come out. And it's called,
Okay.
it's called, it's called Love's Obsession.
That was the first one?
That's my very first book that's still in a binder, thick binder, sitting somewhere over there in my office.
Well, there you go. She said over there in my
Yeah,
office.
it's over there somewhere, but yeah, it's in a binder. And everybody loves it. Everybody that I've allowed to read it because that I trust that's gonna give me the positive feedback or constructive criticism. They was like, why haven't you published this book? It's just me. It's like my very first one.
That's all right.
And I'm keeping it to myself a little bit longer because let me tell you the story behind it. When I started writing that book, I was almost finished with it. Hurricane Katrina hit. My hard drive on my computer went out. And so I was like, okay, God, am I not supposed to write this book? And so as I sat down and began to write, it came back to me, but in a different way. So I changed the name.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell y'all what the name is just yet because I don't want anybody to steal it. I don't want nobody to steal it.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
It's no longer Love's Obsession, but love is in the title.
Okay.
Yeah,
got
it got a little bit more darker.
Got it.
Because the world was a dark place at the time, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, who knows? We will see. I'll let y'all know. Y'all know when I know when it comes out. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, I'll keep pushing at her too. Hey, can I read that copy? Okay. So we're gonna go into part 2 of our conversation. And it's a lot about getting to know you personally.
Okay.
I know that I know you, but you know, those who listen to your show and don't actually know how you feel about yourself, maybe this would interest them just a little bit. Okay.
I love that, Tiffany. Great job.
Okay, so use 5 words to describe yourself.
Ooh, 5. And that's funny because I tell my clients that I'm a life coach as well. And I tell my clients that that's part of the exercise in the program that I give them to define themselves in 5 words. So it should be easy, but let me see. Okay. Very optimistic.
Okay.
Very down to earth.
Okay.
Humble.
I can agree with that one. Yes.
Goofy.
Oh. Okay. And one more.
And resilient.
Okay. I like that.
Because and I go back to like facing different things in life. I could have allowed that to just keep me stagnant, push me in a different way, but I found my way back from it. And I was very resilient through all of it. So I feel like, yeah, that would be a strong word to describe me.
Okay. Good.
Now, since you know me, what do you think about the 5 words that I use?
I think I can agree with a few.
Okay. Which ones?
I would change them a little bit.
Okay.
I would say that you are very humble.
Mm-hmm.
You're very optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Down to earth is really good too, but I would say lively instead of goofy.
Oh, lively. Okay.
I would think lively is more of a word to describe you. And I would say, you know, resilient is cool, but you're the boss. Okay.
Oh!
Like for real. Like that's how I would describe you. You got everything in order and you're doing what you're supposed to do. So I agree
if I had to have 2 more, I would say disciplined and organized. I mean, and it's one and the same, but yeah, you could be you could be disciplined, but your office or your house or your life could be chaotic. So
absolutely. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna write those down because I want to make sure that I have those down. Because you know how I like to do, I like to write my notes. So anyway. Okay. How do you think people close to you would describe you, would perceive you as a person?
Oh, okay. So my brother Trey would probably say that I'm stubborn because he always say, if you don't want to do something, man, you ain't gonna do it. No matter how much people try to convince you, you're not doing it.
Okay.
And my sister Erica would probably say, self-assured, I guess, because she always tell me, you know what you want. You've always known what you want. So you're ahead of the game when it comes to that, because a lot of people they just don't know. And she said, you know, you do. We just had this conversation like a couple weeks ago. So this kind of like a question that, you know, I've been, I
was I a fly on the wall?
I guess, I don't know. And then my sister Shan I guess I don't know. I don't know because we've been rocking with each other the longest. She's 3 years older than me.
Okay.
So I guess she would say professional because she tell people all the time, my sister is very professional. Don't come with her with no half-ass stuff because she will get you together. She said that a couple times. And some of the people that she referred to me has told me that. Yeah, your sister already say that you're very professional. Don't come at you if you ain't ready. So
right.
Yeah. My daddy always say, KeKe, you funny.
Okay.
He's like, you just say anything. Like, you KeKe, you funny. He'll say that. My mama say that I'm goofy.
Okay.
She does. She say that. She called me her sunshine, but she says that I'm goofy.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what my husband would say.
Oh, that would be a good one to know.
Yeah,
Be
I'm
all
gonna have
up
to
in your
ask him.
business.
Now,
Yeah.
my son would probably say outspoken or blunt, I should say, because
Okay.
he's told me, Mom, you just say anything. Because I came in the house. It's funny how he like my daddy in that sense. Came in the house the other day, and I had to go to the bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, Lewis, how was your day at school or whatever? He was like, it was fine. I said, yeah, that's good, but I got to go to the bathroom. But I didn't say in those
Oh,
words. You could just
yeah.
imagine what I said because I had to get
I,
out the way. I had to go to the bathroom. And then Leah would probably say, dedicated. Because she always say you've never given up on the things that you're passionate about and the goals that you want to pursue. You work hard to do those. So you're very dedicated. I think she would say that I was dedicated.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I like those. I
Mhm.
like those.
Now
Okay.
best friends and all that. I don't know. What I don't know. You already agreed with some of the stuff that I said, but
Yes.
the rest of I
Yes.
don't know.
That's something to think about.
I'll have to
Like,
ask them.
yes, because that'll be something good to know, like how they really perceive you, what they perceive you as.
You
What do
know
they
what?
think?
I'm thinking we may have to do this on my live
Oh yeah,
and
that would be
see
good.
what the people that's watching will say in the comments.
Ooh,
So that's something that yes, we're gonna have to
that's
do
a good
that.
one.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if you
Okay.
guys are just listening in, I am being interviewed by author Tiffany D Young because I'm always the one who's interviewing everybody, and because this is Women's History Month, and my episode would be the last episode of this month. I just wanted to do something different to give the you guys an insight on who you're listening to or the person behind the face and the voice if you're watching on YouTube. So this is what we're doing. And thank you guys for
Yes.
listening.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. So, do you enjoy the way your life is going right now?
I do. I am. I'm enjoying it. I am because I believe that I'm right where I'm supposed to be with my purpose. And I know that great things are coming. I believe that wholeheartedly. I feel it. I'm connected to people who have sown in my life, and I'm not afraid. So I'm ready.
All right.
Had you asked me that a couple years ago, I'd probably been like, oh, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Do you have any bad habits that keep you from accomplishing anything right now?
Hmm. Um, if anything, I overthink.
Okay.
Yeah, I tend to overthink stuff, and I put together like projects for people, and I always like have to go back 1,000 times and look at them to make sure that they are the way that I want them. I'm
Perfect.
like,
Yeah.
I'm a perfectionist, and nothing is ever perfect. So, yeah, I think overthinking would probably be what I would say.
All right. So, do you feel like you are taking enough chances in life right now? I know the answer to this one, but go ahead.
Right now, I think so. I believe
That's-
so right now, but it has not always been like that. And I feel like if I would have taken more chances in my 20s and 30s, I would have been so far ahead, but you really
Mhm.
can't predict that. You just never
Absolutely.
know. So
Yes.
I mean, my philosophy in life is God's timing is right, always right on time. So what he has for me is for me, and I don't want what he has for anybody else. And that's just how I look at my life.
And you know what? You say that a lot. So I know that you are being authentic
Mm-hmm.
because it's something that's sewn into you
Mm-hmm.
so deep. And when you say it, it's like I can feel it and I can
Thank
see your
you.
expression on your face. And I know that you believe in the words that you say, especially when it comes to God. And you know, I am
Yes,
a very, I'm a very spiritual person.
me too.
So
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. I feel it. That
I
vibe is
love
real.
God. You
I love
don't love
God.
God?
Yeah,
What's
love
wrong
God.
with
What's wrong
you?
with you?
Hey, right.
Yes. If you
Shout
don't
out to
know that song,
shout out
yes.
to Mary
Erica Campbell. Yes.
and
Okay.
Tina.
Yep, and Tina, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to our next segment, which is growth.
Okay.
Are
I'm
you
having
ready?
fun. I'm enjoying
Okay,
this.
good.
Like if
I
y'all
hope
watching
so.
on YouTube, y'all can see my little cheeks is all rosy. I'm excited.
I hope I'm doing you some justice. I
Oh,
think
listen, you're doing a great job, Tiffany. You
I
know,
put a lot of work into these questions,
I
honey.
can
No,
tell because you have questions that has substance.
yeah,
Like you're trying to
try.
really figure out who I am. You're trying to give listeners substance. Like, hey, and I
Yes.
appreciate that because you could have
Oh
easily
no.
say, "Hey, what inspired you to write? When do you know that you wanted to be a?" You could have gave, yeah.
Those are all they're all used.
Mm-hmm.
And
They're
I
the
want people,
go-tos.
yes, I
Mm-hmm.
want people to actually feel your energy, feel your vibe,
Yes.
because it's all real.
Mm-hmm.
And if they knew you like I knew you, they know that you are very lively. Okay, okay, let's go.
Okay, so I'll take back goofy and I'll say lively.
Lively. Okay.
Lively. Hmm.
Do you see growth in not only just your writing, but in your career
Absolutely.
as a
100.
mom,
Mm-hmm.
as a wife?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see growth and explain the growth feeling if you can?
I'm just not afraid to leap, take those steps that I need to do to be the person that God has put me on this earth to be. I am unapologetic about pursuing my dreams. Anyone who don't get it, that's your problem, not mine. I don't really worry about what people say or think, although I'm going, be humble and have integrity. Aside of that, if you think something else about me without getting to know me, that's on you. And I'm not putting that energy into it. It's like no
Exactly.
wasted energy ever.
No wasted.
Again, I've
Okay.
wasted too much. And life is too short. You only get one day at a time, and you're here one day, gone in the same day.
Okay.
So, we do ourselves a disservice when we thinking about things we have no control over. So I'll tell anybody, and I tell people this all the time: stop worrying about things that you have no control over, and that's people, places, whatever.
Do you think that you can tell people this, give people this advice? Is it because that you have a couple years over us? I don't want to call you old, but
I'm a
that
seasoned woman.
you are a very seasoned woman. Do you think that you can say this because of that, or do you think it's because you've been through a lot of situations in your life that most people go through, will have to go through, and you can give this advice? How do you feel about giving this advice?
I believe that age has nothing to do with it. It's all about the individual and the mindset that you have, because I know
Got it.
younger people who have experienced way more than I have in life. And I will listen to them. They have wisdom. They understand because they've gone through it. I mean, age doesn't make you wise, although it should. But we do have some old fools out there in the
Mm-hmm.
world that you
Mm-hmm.
cannot take anything from. because you'll
Absolutely.
be getting led. Ain't no telling where you'll be if you took some advice for them. But yeah, I think it's all about mindset and an individual thing, because
Okay.
and then some life experiences as well, because how can you help someone else if you've never gone through it? And I've
Mhm.
been through some things, but like I said, I have younger people that I know. My sister, for instance, Erica, she's been through so much stuff. And so I listen to her because she has good insight, versus someone who just
Absolutely.
say something just to be talking and not saying anything at all.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay. So you are a very known public figure, I should say.
You think
How do
so?
you? I do. I
Oh,
do.
wow.
Stop being modest. No, I'm just joking. Uh,
I'm always
no.
modest. That's one of the words I should have used. I'm modest.
Okay. So, how do you feel about your acquired skills now? People know who you are. It may not be to the point to where you're walking down the street and you can't walk down the street,
No, 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 no,
but
no.
it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. I have so much confidence and faith in you. You're gonna be blown up very soon. But with your skills that you have acquired as a
Mhm,
public figure,
mhm.
um, do you think that they get better each year, or do you think that you're still operating within the skills right now, like you're still learning?
I mean, that's a part of life. We're supposed to learn as we go, because
Hmm.
no one knows everything. And the
Right.
day that you decide to quit learning anything is just the day that you just, I don't know, something is going on and you need a reality check.
There
So
you go.
I say that to say, make sure that you try to learn something new every day. And as far as like my expertise in like writing, publishing, creating content for clients, life coaching, I think that I'm damn good at what I do.
Hey.
And I don't apologize for that.
Okay.
So
Vibe, that energy.
I'm
Hey.
just saying, and that's not from an arrogant
Yeah. No.
perspective
No.
or
Absolutely not.
cocky or none of that, because I
Yeah.
wasn't always the confident person.
Yeah.
I was always shrinking myself because I didn't want to be seen. And now that I have tapped into this mindset of why not me? I am made in God's image. He wants the best for us, and it's going to happen. As long as I do my part, he'll be able to do his part. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm not apologizing for being confident in the things that I have going on. Like, hey, if you come and work with me, you'll know, because you're gonna get 10 times, maybe more than that, what you pay me for.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Hey,
Absolutely. I know.
you
That's
know,
why
because
I asked the question.
you looking like me. You was looking at me like, wait a minute, I'm like, what? Are you doing this
No,
right now?
no, no. I appreciate your honesty.
No, I was saying when we was working together, like you've been a client of
Oh, in the
mine.
beginning,
Yeah, like
in the
when you were
beginning, I was, I
when
was
we were
like,
doing them the writing sessions and
oh
the
yeah,
way that I work, Tiffany was like,
wait a minute, are
you
you sure
cannot
I'm not paying? I was
right
like, am I paying you enough? Like, is this what you do?
now.
Look, I remember my expression,
Yeah, I do
and
too. That's what I'm talking
honey,
about.
honey, when I tell you, I was like, I don't think I'm paying you enough. And like, am I paying you enough?
You
It
did,
doesn't
she
have
did,
anything.
y'all. Y'all
Look,
listening. She
it
said
has
that.
nothing. It has nothing to do with money. But my God, what I got from my writing sessions with you was like, do you know they would pay like 2,000, 3,000, $4,000 for this? Like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't, guys. It wasn't like, oh, you my friend. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
give you
A
a
discount.
discount.
Yeah,
No.
free. Mm-mm.
What did I say? I said, you charge me like you charge everybody else.
Right.
And my God, when we started working, I was like, what the hell? Like, are you sure you're not supposed to be charging me
Charging
more?
more. Like
I promise you. I promise you.
she said,
I
your
will not even
prices
mess
need to
with it.
go up. She did. She said that. And shout
Yes.
out to Miss Joyce. I just recently come in contact with a networking group of women. I'm trying to get you to be a part of it too, but
I know.
it's late when we come
It's,
on, and we
yeah.
do it on Instagram. every Saturday night at 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern, and 8 o'clock Pacific. It's a lady called Anita, and she is known as the Rich Auntie. She has a boutique called Bayou Classy Boutique, and she opened up her platform to all of us to come in, to network with each other, to work on our elevator pitches, to tell like-minded individuals what we do, glean from each other, and have a good time, because we do karaoke, we laugh, we have singers come in and grace us with their talent, we have poets come in, and we just laugh, inspire each other, empower each other. And so I'm thankful for one of the ladies who's in there. She makes hair products, and her name is Miss Joyce. And Miss Joyce said, you shouldn't discount your product or your service, because you can never put a price on what you're worth. So you doing discounts is telling people that you don't believe in your worth. I never looked at it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Miss Joyce if you're listening.
Shout out, Miss Joyce. I'm gonna try to make it on there sometime, because my little sleepy behind, I sleep like, okay, we're not gonna talk about that. But okay. What are some things you want people to know about you transitioning from being a host of your show on Instagram and now your podcast? What are some things you want people to know?
I love it so much. It has been a smooth transition. I thank God for pushing me out of my comfort zone to do the show live on Monday nights on KeKe Chanel, if you want to tune in on Instagram only. I guess because of the reception I received, like getting people to book me up throughout season after season and being booked out a year in advance, it humbled me, but it also made me look at, wow, these people really see something in you to want to come and be on your platform. So the transition from that to this, the podcast, is a little different, because the podcast is like, okay, I can go a little bit into deeper topics. I don't have to be censored for social media when it comes to getting the video turned off in the middle of having a conversation or something like that, because Instagram will do that to you. So I guess having that freedom
Yes.
to be my own boss in a sense, and I get to talk about what I want to talk about with whom I want to talk about it with. I love that. I love it so much. I am
Uh-oh.
enjoying the ride.
Hold on just a second. We having some technical difficulties. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, there you go. All
All right.
right. It was kind of freezing up on my end. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. It
Can you
never
see
froze
me?
up on my end. I can see you.
Okay. You can see me, but you hear me? Am I breaking up?
You froze a little bit, but you're back now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Say something.
Something. What happened?
Okay, there you go.
She put the head to the side. Oh my God. But don't worry. Like
It froze.
YouTube, you get to see all of this stuff. We're live recording this, so you guys can get to see all that. But but we're gonna edit it out of the
Okay.
podcast.
All
Part.
right. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we're gonna edit it out. Okay, so go ahead, continue. As you were saying, the transition was smooth, and
I mean the podcast. The transition was so smooth. It's like, okay, everybody want to come kick it with KeKe. Y'all, come on. I'm bringing everybody. As long as we can talk about a topic that you are unapologetic talking about, we're gonna have a good time. Now you see that
I like that
I've been releasing episodes every day, pretty much, for the month of March, with phenomenal women that I've already talked to and pre-taped with. So I'm like, I have all this content. Let me just go ahead and put that out there. It's Women's History Month.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
as long as people want to come and be in my space and has great energy, and we identify with each other and can talk about topics that will change the narrative in our culture, community, and consciousness, I'm all for that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So, along your personal journey as a Black woman, how do you think the industry of writers, publishers, and public figures had has had an influence on you?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh man. I guess when I started, I was connected with a community of Black writers on Facebook, and we poured into each other. Like we bounced ideas off each other. They gave me advice that I didn't have. They pointed me in the right direction as far as research was concerned and all of that. So I'm grateful to have those people who have some still in my life, some not, because everybody grow, change, and evolve, and you elevate and all of that kind of stuff. Not saying that there's any ill will or whatever. We just on a different level. And they always reach out and say, hey, how you doing? We see that you're doing great things. We notice your growth from when you started. So it's refreshing to know that those people who saw you when you were a baby on this milk, seeing you eating this meat now, and checking in
Absolutely.
and saying, hey, congratulations, we're proud of you. We saw you when you were this way. We noticed that you are this way. So it's very humbling, and it's very I guess rewarding
Yeah.
to see that
Yeah.
they notice the growth.
And even those that you are not, communicating with, you guys are in each other's life for that season, for
Mm-hmm.
that purpose.
Right.
And just like you say, everybody grows up to take a different path.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that you guys won't come together again,
Mm-hmm.
but for right now, you're going your separate ways. And it's okay.
And
It's
it's
fine with that.
okay. It is okay with that. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that's good. I mean, the only downfall that I would say is I've always wanted to support everybody, and I didn't
Right.
feel like it was reciprocated at a
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely.
And then I got out of my own head and say, you know what, you keep doing what you're doing, and it'll be reciprocated from the people who are supposed to be a part of your tribe.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
some of those same people that I supported, they are now on board. Like they're now like supportive, so just keep being you and stay positive, and positivity will flow back into your life.
All right. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is going to be the last question with growth.
Okay.
Um, you always ask a similar question
Uh-huh.
on your show. So I'm going to ask you, but it's going to be slightly different.
Okay.
What knowledge that you have gained now would you share with your younger self?
Get out of your own way and stop downplaying yourself. See what other people see in you, or take the things that people like the older people or teachers and things like that what push you to do, and just own it. Like own it. Like know that you deserve the credit and the love and the responsibility and the challenge that they put on you to step out of your comfort zone. Just own it,
Okay.
accept it, embrace it, love it. That's what I would tell my
All
younger
right.
self. Don't shrink yourself,
All
because I
right. I
did.
got you. Got you
Mm-hmm.
back. Yeah. You said don't shrink yourself.
Yep, because I
I
did.
like
I
that
shrunk
one too.
myself. Yep. Don't shrink
Okay.
yourself.
Okay.
Why are you laughing, Tiffany? What you got?
Don't shrink yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Your tribe, your people. I hear you say all the time, you have a tribe,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you figure out those specific people that were for you early, or did it take you a long time to realize that these group of people were people that you could lean on and when times got rough? And one more. Yeah, one more. Is it just for your career, or is it for your personal journey in life as well?
Ooh, I mean, my vibe attracts my tribe, and I say that all the time. And some of the friends that I've had since middle school have been a constant in my life. A few we lost touch over the years, but then we found our way back to each other. And so I know that those people will be in my life a lifetime. They're very supportive. They're very um, active, and we're active in each other's lives. As far as personal and career, because I have friends that'll go hard for me, but harder than I'm going for myself. And I'm like, okay, you sharing the post. They share every post. They comment. They telling people about my name without me being in the room. So yeah, my circle and my tribe, I should say, it is growing, but I have people that's been a constant throughout, just that's been walking this journey with me since the beginning. I wouldn't change it for the world, but I'm thankful for the people that I have now, um, that I recently connected with, that have pushed me so far. I can't even explain it. I can't explain how much I love these people. Some of them I've never met in person. And I just like, oh my God, like when the day comes, say we gonna turn up like Beyonce say, please don't get me hype. Hey, we're gonna be hype.
Hey, please don't hit me up.
For real.
Look,
Yeah. So
okay.
I have been very blessed to have people in my life that soar into me, pour into me, even when I don't feel like it. Even when they know they like, I have friends that can sense my mood through a text message and be like, you don't sound right. I ain't said nothing. You're not texting right. Like I can tell in your text that it's something. What is going on? So yeah, I take care of those people. When you have people like that in your life, man, take love on those people and let them know that you appreciate them, because not everybody has that. Not everybody
Absolutely.
wants that. Put it like that.
Okay. So I know we all have family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Besides family and friends, what qualifies a person to be your tribe member?
I look at it as for a spiritual connection. Like the God in me identifies with the God in them. You have to have a positive vibe and attitude, and you have to want to grow. Can't just be stuck. And I talked to a friend of mine today, and she told me, she said, you have motivated me to so much to get out of my comfort zone. Like she sent me a voice message of her pitch. She's, because we were talking about it the other night. I was like, you got to do your pitch. It's time. You got to do it. She sent it to me and it was perfect. I just, you know what I told her? I said, it's perfect, but you need to slow down because she talks fast. She talks
Mm-hmm.
fast because she's nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't take me telling
I
her
am that
that,
person.
but she didn't take me telling her that as me being mean or putting down
Mm-hmm.
on her. You know what she did? She re-recorded herself and sent it to me, slowed down a little bit. And I
Good.
said, perfect. And I sent all these, like, I'm proud of you and all this kind of stuff. So, I'm just grateful to be the person that I am, because I could have easily been someone who was crude, cold, and just
Just ugh.
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm glad
This
that I'm not. I'm glad that I'm not that.
No, you're not. You're far from that, and I can vouch for you.
Mhm.
Um, this is our last question.
Okay.
Um, do you try to keep your tribe small, or do you invite everyone? Like the more the merrier.
No, I mean, I
Those
pray. I pray about it,
okay.
and I found myself doing that a lot over the last 5 years. And my prayers, God, the people who are supposed to be attached to me, you send them. Let what they have inside of them identify what you put in me, and then we would all know if it's supposed to be a friendship, business ship, whatever. And that's how it's been. Like, I know before you even come to me if we're gonna vibe or not.
Absolutely.
And I've had people to say, hey, I got your number from such and such. I want to write a book. how do I get started? What can I do? And I was like, okay, I'll send you a proposal, and then you let me know if you want to move forward. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them don't have a problem with the proposal. Some of them want to change a little bit about it to make it, a little bit more doable, feasible. Some I never hear from.
Oh wow.
I don't take it personally.
Perfect.
I
Absolutely
just
not.
take it as, okay, God, that is not one of those people. Is there one? No, that's not one. So yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, I don't know you like that.
Right.
So I can't take it personally.
Absolutely.
I put what my fee is, and either you're gonna pay it or you're not.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate you, KeKe, choosing me to do this very special interview of who you are and what you do. You are a very special person. I am truly blessed to know you. And I hope you guys got a lot out of this because she's a wonderful person. And thank you
Yes, and
again.
I'm glad that you took it seriously enough to ask questions that gave more insight on me as a person and my mindset
Absolutely.
and my personal development. And I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. And
Absolutely.
because you could have easily said, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" Like if you follow me enough, you know my favorite color.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you'll know my favorite two colors. Actually,
Oh,
because
yeah. Absolutely.
mm-hmm,
Absolutely.
mm-hmm.
Yes. This was
So
fun.
it was very fun. Look, you guys have been listening to Kicking It with KeKe, Life, Love, and all that other shit. I have just been interviewed by D. Tiffany D. Young.
Hello.
She did an amazing job, guys. Like if you're watching on
Thank you.
YouTube and y'all think that Tiffany did an amazing job, make sure y'all comment, and if you're listening, make sure you comment or say it, like go on my page and post it or something. Cause I do have Kicking It with KeKe on Facebook where you can go and make posts and things like that. And I could see it. But I just wanted to have someone that I trust, someone that I know that was going to take it seriously. Not that Tiffany is the only person, but
Absolutely.
I know that like that the interviewing question game, she got that sold up. Cause I've been on her lives before where she's asked me questions about book stuff and all of that. But I knew that she was gonna come hard. I knew you asked all 25 questions.
Oh, yeah. I
Wow.
did.
If you had to ask me a bonus question, anything at all, see, I got to go back into this interview
And I
side.
see, yep, I see it. I was like, I know she ain't gonna get out of this without asking.
What? But
I
listen, let me do me, man. This is my day.
okay,
This is my day. And
okay,
look,
this your day.
today
This is
is
your
my
day. Go ahead.
mom's birthday on the 31st. So happy birthday
Oh,
to my mom.
happy
She makes
birthday.
65 today and look like she 30.
Hey girl, get
Yes.
it.
But Betty Jean, happy birthday, baby. I love you so much. And we're gonna have a good time when I get off here. Okay. All right. Um, if you had to ask me one last question, like anything at all, what would you ask?
I believe I would ask, do you feel like a break is coming soon, or do you think you're gonna keep going for a while?
I believe that a break for as far as the podcast, this is the end of season one. This episode right here would be the
Woohoo!
end of season one. So shout out to all of you listeners, all of my guests, Tiffany, shout out to y'all for making this a easy transition for me. I have had so much fun this season, and we're ending on 23 episodes with this episode being the bonus. So
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take a few weeks off and then I'll come back for season two.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I have some amazing things in store for season two. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. You got your last
I'm gonna try to give y'all a little bit more of me instead of having guests every time. I'm gonna try to give them a little bit more one-on-one with me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll be
So
fun. I can't wait.
yeah, I'm excited about it. So is there anything else you want to ask me before we get out of here?
Oh, I think I asked you everything that everyone needed to know.
Okay. All right, cool, 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 cool. All right, guys. You have been listening to Kicking It with KeKe. I am your host, author KeKe Chanel. I am not just an author. I am a writing coach, life coach, and podcaster. Make sure that you go and follow on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. I am on all major platforms that has podcasts. So you can always find me. I'm not easy to find. I mean, I'm not hard to find. I am here every Thursday, except for this month. I have been here every day. So
Exactly.
thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, make sure that you be your authentic self unapologetically, always.